Mayor talking to children, giving them half-fives and autographs. Nice to be popular.
Yeah, no, we try.
That was feature race material, what I just saw. What do you think?
Potentially. I was happy with what I felt here today. He's come back from his break and he impressed me. I suppose he couldn't do anything wrong. It was a nice race to bring him back in. He was nice and fresh. So, yeah, don't want to put the horse in front of the cart, but the cart front horse, whatever. Either way it goes. Happy with what I felt there today, and nice for his confidence to finish the race. I guess physically I think it's going to do him good. He was quite happy, he was coming back, and yeah, what more can we say? I was impressed by him.
Two more questions. Did you even ask him any questions?
Not really. I let him do what he wanted to do, and that rhythm felt comfortable enough. I just gave him a little shake-up just so that the race can bring him forward. I'm not sure which direction we go to from here, but I needed the race to bring him on as well. Otherwise I would have just sat past the post. So yeah, I think he done enough to come on. I think we can just play with him because clearly he doesn't take too much work. We weren't sure if he was going to need the run, but we were confident enough in the work that he's shown that he's a fair sort, and I think there was a little bit of support for him, and rightfully so.
He's got well-documented respiratory problems. We know that he's obviously had the wind up. All good today in that regard?
Clear as a whistle, you know. I've had MJ make funnier signs than him, but I mean, that's not really a line in the sand to go by, but it was clear today, so a lot of positives to that. Mr. Longmore, thank you so much. I wore your pom-pom. It's been a while since we've had a winner for him, and it's really a nice way to introduce him back into the season, and yeah, let this be a start of many more.
Those MJ noises are just Afrikaans. Well done.
Thank you. Drakenstein, Charles Dickens, thanks so much. Mrs. Rupert, nice to have everyone involved. The Basses, thanks for giving me the ride. We know they don't always give me too many chances, but I'm glad when it comes my way.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Well done to Aldo Domea. Nice win. Very encouraging win from TENANGO. Let's get to the boss in front.
Thank you, Alistair. Good feedback from Aldo too. Candice, I don't know, that leaves you little to say, but were you happy with the win?
I can really not be happy with that, Vicky. He's always shown us that he's had ability, and unfortunately he went in the wind early on in his career, so we decided to have the wind up simply because he had the ability and it was just impeding him quite a bit. So he's been off obviously since February. He's had a nice long break, and the wind up was very successful. And you know, it was his first run out today. I think I found a nice type of race for him. It was a nice field that he took on, so it wasn't a big heavy a field that he had to take on today. And yeah, I think he did it pretty much in style, which was nice to see, and I think it'll bring him on quite a bit. Obviously we've got a whole season ahead of us, and we'll just have to take it one race at a time. It was nice and fresh today, so it was lovely to get the win under the belt.
In the preparations, were you using this race as a stepping stone?
Well, Vicky, as I said, been off for such a long time. So, obviously one has to see how successful that op was. It certainly showed us at home that it had been a success, but obviously, going into a race, you never really know when they're under pressure. But obviously didn't get to be under much pressure today. So, he's got, as I say, he's just beginning his season, and how good he is, I don't really know. That we'll just have to take one step at a time. It wasn't the strongest of fields today, but as I say, he did it pretty well. So well done to Ian. He did ask me to try and do what I could to bring his horse out first time out, and I'm sure he'll be very happy. And as I say, he's a nice horse, and I look forward to his season ahead.
Well done, Candice.
Thank you.
Well done indeed to Candice Bass, as well as in Longmore for owning and breeding number 2 TENANGO. Brilliant return. It's wonderful to see, and I think we were all quite impressed by that, and Candice, which is encouraging.